Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Anthony Gray. Welcome to a very unusual grayscale. This is going to just show you my setup and what do I have that brings you guys the videos either on YouTube or on the Facebook um, page. So right now you're just looking at something I'm preparing for an upcoming tutorial. Alright, and then someone mentioned about lights. I got the two soft white light bulbs with the stands. These are camera lights, photography lights. I believe I got 4 of them, but I only needed 2 to set up. And they come just as you see with the poles, and they're adjustable to over 6 feet. They're tri stands, and just showing you what that looks like. And then I got the mini monitor in the back when I do my YouTube videos. Okay, and I'm showing you the other one over there. Also, the reason why I'm talking to you is a vocal overdub because the audio didn't take when I put the wrong mic in the camera. And speaking of cameras, that's one of the 2 Canon HD recorders that I purchased. One I'm holding in my hand showing you, and then that's this twin over there. Both the same thing, both are HDMI cameras. You plug in the miniature HDMI to a full HDMI. Alright, I have stuff written there while I'm talking so you can check it out. Alright, the rubber band you see around the camera is not broken. It's just to hold because this is a mini HDMI, so it's very fragile. So you have to keep it steady so you don't damage the adapter or damage the plug itself. So I have it stationary so I can bend it, turn it, and everything, and nothing moves around there because it's very delicate. Okay. I wish I had got some flat cables, and that would alleviate a lot of that pressure that's on that port. That's the only reason why. And that's the camera, yes, where you see me mixing the paint. And what I'm explaining is how both cameras got the HDMI coming out of the cameras into the Webcaster itself. And I'll be getting to that in a second or two. Doing the windows now. Because of where I am, my studio is all windows, about 16 of them. Alright, so when I filmed this, it was early in the morning, so nothing but natural light. Okay, so I got the majority of them open. So whenever your backdrop is, keep your backdrop pretty plain. Okay, so if you don't paint with a backing board like I have, then people are focused more on the painting than what you got hanging around in the background. I think I'm going to introduce the Webcaster now. And there it is. That's the Webcaster. That is the Epiphan Webcaster. That's what I use to either go live on YouTube or on Facebook. Okay. And you can see the attachments in the back, the HDMI cables or whatnot. And how to power it on and all of that good stuff. So basically, I'm just explaining what it does, what it looks like. And down below is the Revesun. That's what switches the cameras around. It gives me the picture-in-picture and whatnot. Okay. And it tells you where I got it from and the actual name of it in case you're curious or you would like to purchase one yourself. So I have the cameras going into the Webcaster, going out of the Webcaster into the Revesun. And then from the Revesun into the monitor, I believe. I believe it's going that way. Yeah, because the HDMI out is going into the monitor. So it's going from out of the one on the bottom into the Webcaster, and the Webcaster goes into the computer monitor in the back. I believe that's how it's set up. Because the Webcaster, all it does is broadcast. And as you can see, it's an Ethernet cable right there on the far end. Okay, and then you got the Wi-Fi, which is right in front of my thumb. So it can be either Wi-Fi or Ethernet cable. And there are the one's a little keypad. All right, there's the name of it. That's where I type my titles and all of that. I use that, and I can also control the Webcaster with it. All right, and the Webcaster, I believe, the Epiphan comes with its own mouse, and that's what I have right there. That's the mouse for it, I believe, optical mouse. And that's basically all you need. All of this is either HDMI or you can use a USB. That's the little mic input there. That's how you guys hear me week after week. And the 21-inch monitor, I got that like from my brother. You can get it from anywhere really. Yeah, you can use your TV set as long as it's HDMI compatible. You know, I just got it mounted set there on the shelf there. I put the shelf there myself. Just put everything right up there. Now that monitor in the back is large enough for me to read what you guys say, but I use my tablet. Yeah, from the Webcaster to the Revesun, and from the Revesun to the monitor. All right. Because the Revesun also has an output that goes to the TV. Okay, when you turn on the Webcaster, I think that's what I'm going to show you next, I believe. And those are the platforms you can use with that one. But the two on the top are the most important for us: YouTube and Facebook. I think I'm turning both cameras on. Yep. So that mosaic effect is just the camera looking into it, reflecting everything else. So the camera looking to the camera, to the camera, to the camera, which is that mosaic effect. So the camera in my hand will be the one usually looking at the board. So that's what's going on there. This lapel mic's pretty sensitive, so I'm pretty sure you guys hear the radio in the background. And I think I'm talking about the mic stand, or the tripod, the camera tripod. This one here is over 7 feet, and I got another bracket on top of that. I'm 6'1", so I need something that can go clearly above my head, the head of most other people, and it's maneuverable. I got it pretty tight, but it is maneuverable. That's the camera. One in my hand is the one I'm filming with. That's the one that looks at the paintings when I do my tutorials. So yes, I have two of them. This one's not as tall, but that's all right. It serves its purpose. I had them for years. And I have two newer model ones, but they're not nowhere near as tall. I think one is. I keep that one in the truck. So that's basically, I believe, what I'm talking about here. I think I'm going to go and show you what the Revesun does, the one on the bottom. How it changes the picture-in-picture and all that stuff. I'm showing you the Webcaster where the start button is, how you unpair it and pair it, and all of that. I keep it permanently on pair, so I don't have to keep doing that. So even if I shut the Webcaster off, it's still paired. Here's the preferences, the publishing destination, video title, and whatnot. And it goes on my timeline. the video title, which was the last lesson I did have. And then the description. Stuff like that. Very simple to use. They're showing you the electronic keypad in case you don't have a keypad like I have. Yeah, like that one. So I can actually do the typing on that instead of typing on the screen there. So there's a few ways for you to do that. And that's basically what I'm talking about. I believe eventually I'm going to go down there and show you what the Revesun does. Yep. It's on camera 1. The camera 1, the main camera, is the one that I'm holding in my hand. That's the one that looks at the painting board. Camera 2 is the one that looks at the palette. If I got the camera far enough back, I think I show you what it does. Yeah, the size. The size, yeah, is for the smaller one. And that's where I can put them. Yep, the other one's side by side or horizontal side by side, like that. And I think the other one, the first one nearest the left-hand side, is the one that can switch the camera from the main camera to the other other camera. So just showing you what it does. There. I'll switch to the first button. Yep. Source. So I can make either camera the main one. But that's basically the screen that you guys are most familiar with. The one on the top, the Webcaster, it can also do the same thing, but you would have to go from HDMI to, I believe, USB. It only has one USB for the main camera, but you can put another one there, or one HDMI for the main camera, but it has one you can go from HDMI to USB for the other secondary camera. You can pretty much do the same exact thing, and you won't need the one on the bottom. It wouldn't be necessary. And it has its own mic input, so you can record audio. So it is its own self-contained unit. And that's pretty much what I'm explaining here also. A lot of people would message me and ask, what do I use, or how do I do what, and what makes what go what. So I decided to make this video and to explain it the best way I know how, to educate you, and maybe you will want to try it out yourself. Both units, you might, instead of going to the site itself, you might want to look on eBay for a much lower price for both of them. I believe the one on the bottom I've gotten at a really decent price on Amazon, but that's the Revesun I'm talking about, the one on the bottom with the lights. The one on top, the Webcaster, I believe I got that from eBay. Most of my equipment I probably got from eBay. So YouTube's a little different to hook up live, because I think they send you a code and there's a few little steps. I tried it and somehow it doesn't work for me, maybe because of the Revesun on the bottom. It had the conflict with it because I tried to go live with it a few times. So if I omit the middleman, maybe it would do it successfully. But since I do YouTube premieres, it won't be necessary. But I believe that's what I'm explaining here in this part also. Now what I'm showing you is just how to shut them off, because I don't really tend to keep them on. You can, but I don't. And they both come with power cords, so you just unhook it from the back. And with that white piece of paper towel over there, that's the monitor, or the tablet that I read your comments from, actually. I just got it covered for paint splatter and all that. Yeah, I'm going to explain about my palette that was mentioned also. No, it's not a state wet palette, but I am going to show you how I do it. And basically, it's just a cardboard from an old notebook. And I got it covered with a piece of white paper. And I take the plastic from the wrapper around the canvases, and I just tape it to the back. Now the tool I use to keep the camera upright while I'm talking and taping that plastic up for, ironically, tonight's or tutorial, from the time of me taping this, I'm going to show you that next after I get done wrapping plastic here. But it's very, like I said, low tech, but it's very effective. Nothing fancy, because I go through so much of it. And when I'm done, I just rip the tape off, slip the plastic inside out, throw it in the trash right beside me. No fuss, no muss. And there you go. So I'm not actually painting on the paper itself, it's just a plastic. And yes, it's on white, so you can see the true color of whatever you're mixing. Alright. Yes, you see all the water bottles there. Well, two are, I think one is alcohol. Two are alcohol, and the rest of them is water bottles. Just water. So I'm showing you, I got two of the little water containers there with the grate in them. And then there's the shampoo glycerin thing. I explained that in great detail. Well, I had to explain it again. Okay, the shampoo or the glycerin, you can use either one by themselves, but I mix them together. And what I do is a dual purpose. It prolongs the drying time of the acrylic paint. Alright. Brand of shampoo really don't matter. I just happen to pick Alberto VO5. Alright. But as for starting out, you use the 50-50 mix. That's why I'm pouring it in there right now, just getting it ready for the next tutorial. Now the glycerin is a vegetable glycerin, pure vegetable glycerin. It's edible. And I'm gonna pour that in next. It comes out very viscous, very thick, like honey syrup, or more like syrup. But the more it gets in contact with air, the more liquefied it gets. Alright. But that's also one of the main ingredients they put in acrylic paint. It's glycerin. Alright. So you're not doing no harm to your acrylic putting in glycerin paint. Alright. When you put more glycerin than paint, you get a glaze. But you put just a little bit in, it loosens up thick body paint. As you can see, all those paint tubes, they're all Grumbacher heavy body paint, because I was an oil painter at first, and I like that type of thick acrylic paint. Now, whatever brand you use is really up to you. That's just a brand that I prefer for a heavy body paint. It does me very well. So very rarely do I use water to loosen up my paint. I just use the medium, thins my paint. And just like water, it gets streaky, but as it dries or whatever, it spreads and evens out. Okay. Yes, I do have a paper roll right below me, and an extra paper towel roll below that. The airbrush and the varnish spray. Those are all my paint pour paints, Floetrol and all that. That's all my paint pour stuff, the looser paint you see, the craft paint. They're all brushes, so I'm just showing you pretty much all the gear I have. Extra brushes I haven't used yet. All of my coffee lids. And I think inside of those are more brushes. So I have tons and tons of brushes. All my plastic and whatnot is in there. All my glitter is in there. All my craft stuff. The infamous garbage can down there. what's left of my canvas and my watercolor paper that I use, the brand that I use. 125-pound weight, so it can take a beat down, which is why I prefer using that. So that's basically what I'm explaining. And that flat thing that looks like tape is actually an HDMI cable, but it's only 10 feet. That's the monitor I'm explaining that I have, which is USB, or not USB, but HDMI capable. They're all, I believe, true color. I know I got two of them that are 1080p. That one is one of them, and then I think the bigger one is 1080p, because I think they're both the same make, Voltrox. I believe I got those from Amazon. So, yep, that is the monitor, which is hidden under the towel. Yeah, that is the tablet, rather, not monitor, tablet. And yes, that is a Bob Ross easel I've gotten quite a few years back, which can come apart and become a large tabletop easel. Yep, more paints, brushes, and whatnot. And yes, there is an order to all that, believe it or not. So when I be leaning over and grunting, I be leaning over to that table back there. It's a benefit to have long arms. And that's where I keep most of the paints that I paint with. And there's the unit that I use to hold making this video. And I got that from eBay. I think I got two of them. And they do come in pretty handy. That one I use for my monitor when I do the YouTube videos. But I've had my cameras on it, my DSLR cameras. The camcorder itself was hooked to that. The phones, the iPhone was hooked to this. So yeah, you have to press the button to move the handle around. I think I used the back of the chair for it, just to move it around. It's a ratchet-like mechanism, so once it locks, it locks. I think I explained this to another viewer of how it works, and that he should get one since his friend does the videotaping. This would be great for to use. My next video, the Captain America video, I did it on that table, as a matter of fact. So I'm just showing you how it's used and whatnot. And there's the traditional way to hold it, with the camera out in front. It's almost like a pistol. Very handy to have. There's many varieties, many different brands of these, but they all basically do the same thing. No change, nothing else different. They all do pretty much the same thing. Usually, if I find something that's beneficial to me and I really like it a lot, I tend to buy doubles or triples. Which is pretty much why I got HDMI cables and wires all over the place. Those are all the pins and whatnot in the background that you see that I did the Captain America painting picture with painting. And pretty much this is the vantage point you guys usually see week after week, pretty much. It's a good question. I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about there. Probably talking about what vantage point you guys are looking at when you see my videos. Oh, final part. This is for somebody else special. How to copy and paste when in any chat room. Alright, so I'm back at the main computer, and I'm just opening up the website. And what I'm going to do is go to my YouTube site and show you how to copy and paste like you were in the chat room. Opening up the YouTube site, and right now I'm just going to click, and just for the general website itself, nothing special, just because people ask me for the link to the site. So I would think that's the next premiere that's going to happen at the time of this painting. By the time you guys look at it, the premiere will probably be done and over with. But right now, I think I'm going to just right click, hold the button, and just drag. The instructions will be pop up in a second or two. You just right click and drag. Then you just, I think that's you just right click, copy, go to the other screen, just like you're going to the chat room there. And you right click and you paste. And that will happen just like that. Depending on what site you're on, it will just bring you the link, or it bring you the link and the picture where you can click on either one. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with a separate video from that site. Say somebody asks you a question of how to do clouds or trees or whatnot, and you got a YouTube page, or they just want that subject, and you can just click separately. So I think I'm going right back to the site again. I think I picked, did I pick that one? Yeah. I right click, copy, link, address. That's just for a separate video there. That video. I'm going to back to the YouTube site. Now what I should have done was get that out of there. I mean, I do, but that picture right there, there's a white X that you just can't see up there, and you would just make it disappear. I think I might have found it and did it. Yeah. Now that's the separate video, I believe, all by itself. You see the short HTTP there? That's just a separate video itself. So if I press enter on that, it would show the actual video itself. It would bring you to my site and it would play that video. And I believe that's it. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope it helps you out. If not, just like it says up there, any questions, hit me up. I'll try to answer them the best of my ability. Thank you so much for spending your time watching this, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.